This is a whole production app, a database, user logins, an admin panel, live updates, and it ships as one file. You download one binary and run it, and the backend is already alive. No installer, no services to wire together. Compare that to the usual way to ship this, a React app, a separate API, a managed database, an Auth service. That is 5 moving parts, 5 things to deploy, 5 bills to run what is basically some forms and a table. The backend half is PocketBase, one open source Go file, SQLite, accounts, file storage, an admin UI, a REST API. The front-end half is HTMX, about 14 kilobytes and 1 script tag with 0 dependencies. It makes plain HTML feel alive. Put them together and the whole app is one Go binary. No node, no node underscore modules, no bundler, no build step. Sounds like a toy. It is not. One PocketBase file can serve past 10,000 live connections at once, and people ship it. PocketBase sits near 60,000 stars, HTMX near 48,000. I will be straight with you, this is not magic and it is not for every app. For most of what we build, it fits. So let me walk the whole thing, the one file, how HTMX talks to it, auth, live updates, deploy, and where it breaks. Start with the backend. You grab the PocketBase binary, run PocketBase serve, and in about a second, you have a running server on port 8090 with an admin dashboard waiting at /_. No database to install first, and that one file is not thin. Inside it, an embedded SQLite database, a REST API generated for you, email and OAuth logins, file uploads with thumbnails, a real-time stream, and the whole admin UI. Things you would normally bolt on as separate services are already here. Open the dashboard, and you get a real back office. You click New Collection, name it Posts, add a title and a body field, and set the types, all in the browser. You just designed a table with a migration behind it and never touched SQL. In PocketBase, a collection is your table. The moment you create one, it hands you a full REST API for it. List, view, create, update, delete, plus filtering, sorting, and pagination with not a line of endpoint code written by you. Access control lives on the collection itself. Instead of a separate middleware layer, each rule is a small expression, like the owner ID equals the logged in user. The database checks it on every request, so a forgotten guard cannot leak data. And every schema change is captured as a versioned migration file right in your repo. When you deploy the new binary, it runs any pending migrations on startup and upgrades the data file itself, so your dev machine and production never drift apart. You can also extend it without recompiling any Go. PocketBase ships a JavaScript engine, so you drop hook files in a folder, run code after a record is created, add a scheduled cron job, send a welcome email, and the binary picks them up on the next start. Now the front end. The single-page app way is heavy. The browser downloads a framework, boots it, fetches JSON, turns that JSON into HTML in JavaScript, then re-renders. That is a lot of machinery and a lot of shipped code, just to show a list of rows. HTMX flips it around. A click or a form fires a request straight from an attribute. The server sends back finished HTML, and HTMX drops that HTML into the page. The server stays the source of truth, and there is far less client code to break. The whole thing is a handful of attributes on normal tags. hxPost says where to send it, hxTarget says which element to update, hxBop says how. There are no components, no state library, and no virtual DOM to keep in your head, and there is no build step. You add one script tag and write HTML, and the browser runs it exactly as written. Nothing to compile, nothing to bundle, no node underscore modules folder, eating a gigabyte of disk before you have shipped a feature. And because it is all just HTTP, the boring web features still work. The back button, bookmarks, and normal caching behave the way they always have, and a search engine sees real HTML, the things single-page apps often fight to win back. Here is where the two halves meet. PocketBase is not only an app, it is also a Go library. You import it, keep every built-in feature, and register your own routes right next to the ones it already gives you. The HTML those routes send comes from Go's standard HTML template package. A page is a template, a fragment is a smaller template, and HTMX just asks for whichever piece changed. You are rendering strings on the server, nothing exotic, so you add a route that fills a template and returns the fragment. Your page asks for it with hxget. PocketBase runs the query against its own SQLite, renders the HTML, and sends it back. Data and markup come from the same place in one round trip, and now the split is gone. One process owns the database, the auth, the file storage, and the HTML your users see. There is no front-end server phoning a back-end server across the network. It is all the same running binary. Watch a real loop. You type a task and hit add. The browser HX posts it. PocketBase saves the row and renders just that one new list item, and HTMX slots it into the list. No page reload, no JSON parsing, and you wrote zero JavaScript. Search shows the pairing at its best. PocketBase's list API takes a filter right in the URL, so you point an input at it with hxget, add a short delay so it fires as you type, and target the results list, a live search box, and still no JavaScript. Now take the pieces people normally pay a service for. Auth is already here, email and password, plus OAuth with Google, GitHub and the rest, with sessions and password resets included. The admin panel manages those users for you too. A working login is a short HTML form that posts to your root, one PocketBase call to check the password, and a redirect. There is no third-party auth dashboard, no tokens to juggle by hand, and no separate login microservice to run. Realtime is built in too. PocketBase pushes record changes to the browser over server-sent events, and HTMX has an SSE extension that listens and swaps the new HTML into place, a live feed with almost no client code to maintain. Open the app in two windows, add a row in one, and the other updates on its own a moment later. You did not stand up a WebSocket server or a message queue for that. The stream is coming straight from the same binary. Even file handling is covered. Upload an image and PocketBase stores it and generates the thumbnail sizes you ask for, served right from the API. No image processing service, no separate CDN. It writes to local disk or to S3 on one setting, and it even does TLS. Point a domain at the server, run the binary with the HTTPS flag, and PocketBase fetches and renews its own Let's Encrypt certificate. A fresh box goes to a secure running app with no reverse proxy in front of it. Here is the number that surprised me. The project says one PocketBase instance can serve past 10,000 live real-time connections even before you tune anything. That is one file on one ordinary machine, doing the work of a small platform, deploying matches the rest of it. You copy the single binary to a server and run it. There is no cluster to stand up, no container graph to orchestrate, no separate database to provision first. The entire ops story is move one file, and you can push the one file idea further. With Go's embed feature, you bake your HTML, CSS, and images right into the binary at build time, so even the static assets travel inside it. The app becomes genuinely one file to copy around. Your whole database is a single SQLite file sitting next to the binary. A backup is copying that file, and the admin panel can run scheduled backups for you and push them to S3 on its own, so you are not writing cron scripts to stay safe. Add it up, and the bill collapses. One small VPS runs the database, the API, the auth, and the app together. You are not paying a separate monthly line for a database, a cache, an auth vendor, and a front-end host anymore. And because you host it yourself, there is no vendor lock-in and no metered bill waiting to spike overnight. Your data is a file you own on a machine you control, not rows you rent inside someone else's cloud console. Think about what this folds together. A typical build is Postgres, a REST layer on top, an auth vendor, a real-time service, and a front-end host, 5 products, 5 dashboards, 5 bills. Here it is one binary and one process. So where does this actually break? Because it does, and pretending otherwise would only waste your time. There are 2 real ceilings you should know about before you bet a project on this stack. First, SQLite takes one writer at a time. Reads are cheap and plentiful, but a flood of concurrent writes will queue up, and PocketBase runs on a single node by default. You scale this stack up on a bigger box, not out across many. Second, an honest note from the source. The author himself says the PocketBase as a framework plus HTMX path is feasible, but the ergonomics are rough around the edges. It works and people ship it, yet it is not a polished golden path. So who is this for? CRUD apps, internal tools, dashboards, admin panels, and MVPs, anything that is mostly forms, lists, and logins. And honestly, that describes the majority of the software most of us actually build. Who should walk away? A Figma class app with a huge interactive canvas, or a write-heavy system that has to span regions on day one. Reach for the big distributed stack there. You will genuinely need all those moving parts. But for the everyday app, this pairing is the leanest production setup I have used. One binary is your database, your auth, your admin, and your front end, and you can hold the entire system in your head at once. So that is the whole picture. PocketBase gives you the backend in one file, HTMX gives you a live front end with none, and together they are a single Go binary you copy to a server and run. If this way of building clicked for you, subscribe. That is where these deep dives live.